In the glittering world of the Hamptons, a shining jewel on the East Coast, a beachside haven for the affluent, the influential and the very crème de la crème of society, a unique set of circumstances have led to the development of its sense of architectural wonder. However, this hasn't always been simply a place where fortunes are flaunted. The Hamptons, over the years, has been somewhere architecture dances an elegant ballet with landscape, where artists nestle in their Bohemian homesteads to create the next creative masterpiece, and where buildings don't just stand, they command and enthrall. Now, over the years, the evolution of architecture in the Hamptons has been nothing short of a riveting spectacle. You may think you're familiar with this bastion of northeast opulence, but have you ever truly stopped to consider the bricks and mortar that make up its architectural soul? There's a hidden narrative written in stone and steel, embossed in the Hamptons landscape, one that whispers tales of Greek revival grandeur, modernist innovation, and eco-conscious luxury. In today's video at Old Money Mansions, we're peeking beneath the surface of the Hamptons' renowned glamour to uncover the ever-changing face of its architecture. From the quaint 19th century Bohemian alcoves to the mega mansions of the new millennium, join us as we explore an unseen side of the Hamptons that will leave you both entranced and enlightened. As we embark on a historical voyage to the 19th century, the Hamptons paints a fascinating tableau of architectural masterpieces. Styles like Greek Revival, Italianate and Gothic Revival grace the landscape of this idyllic destination, adding an air of sophistication and grandeur that the Hamptons are now famed for. Now, Greek Revival architecture was the epitome of elegance and balance. Picture it, symmetrical structures crowned with commanding porticos, boasting arched openings, the very picture of late 18th and early 19th century architectural prowess. It was an era when grandeur was not merely an afterthought, but a necessity. But let's not forget the whimsical charm of Italianate architecture. This style introduced a refreshing blend of the picturesque and the unique. Bay and oriel windows became the order of the day, and decorative brackets added an understated yet distinct touch of extravagance. And who could resist the allure of Gothic Revival, or as some might call it, Carpenter Gothic? It added drama to the Hamptons skyline, with steeply pitched roofs, captivating cross gables adorned with decorative bargeboards, and windows that mirrored the Gothic charm of a long-gone past. History comes alive in the presence of architectural marvels such as the Sag Harbor Whaling and Historical Museum, a flawless exhibition of neoclassical and Egyptian revival architecture. Or the Southampton Village home at 16 Foster Crossing, a 1893 jewel designed by James L'Hommedieu. These structures serve as timeless statements of the architectural finesse of the 19th century Hamptons. And, my dear viewers, the influence of these styles did not merely vanish into the annals of history. Instead, they evolved, serving as the cornerstone for future trends. The Shingle style, for instance, beloved in New England by the late 1800s, found a home in the Hamptons, with grand porches, sloping roof lines, and beautifully asymmetrical exteriors. The 1880s Southampton Shingle-style house, rejuvenated by the brilliant Stuart manger, is a testament to this. The dawn of the 20th century ushered in a fresh wave of architectural brilliance in the Hamptons. The world sat up and took notice as the Shingle style and the arts and crafts movement started influencing the picturesque landscape of this prestigious location. Imagine this, the Shingle style sweeping across the Hamptons, its origins embedded in the serene landscapes of New England, a style characterized by an extensive, almost artistic use of wood shingles, adorning not just the siding but the roofs too. Add to that expansive porches under the canopy of multi-gabled roofs, and you have the perfect setting for a relaxed Hampton evening. A graceful departure from the elaborate patterns of the Eastlake style in Queen Anne architecture, the Shingle style was a marriage of English influences and a rekindled romance with colonial American architecture. Simultaneously, the arts and crafts movement was quietly weaving its magic into the very fabric of the Hamptons. This influential wave from the late 19th and early 20th centuries strove to elevate domestic interiors by bringing back applied arts and promoting superior craftsmanship. Out of this movement was born the Hamptons cottage, a symbol of hand-crafted elegance and timeless design that boldly rejected the idea of a throwaway culture. The early 20th century houses in the Hamptons speak to these influential trends. Consider the classic Shingle-style Hamptons cottage built in 1910 for Julia Levering, nestled in the heart of the Devon colony in Amagansett. Set on a stunning 5.2-acre bluff overlooking Gardiner's Bay, this cottage encapsulates the essence of the Shingle style. Then there's the Thomas Moran House in East Hampton, a veritable architectural gem. Built in 1884 as a Queen Anne-style cottage for the renowned landscape painter Thomas Moran and his wife, Mary Nimmo Moran. The house resonates with the tenets of the arts and crafts movement. Now under the stewardship of the East Hampton Historical Society, it beautifully represents an influential architectural era. Thus, the early 20th century witnessed the Hamptons embrace innovative styles and movements, charting a course for the architectural marvels it hosts today. This era was not merely about following trends, it was about setting them. The middle of the 20th century bore witness to a seismic shift in the architectural landscape of the Hamptons. An invasion, if you will. This wasn't an invasion by land or sea, but an ideological one, led by the pioneering architects of modernism, Andrew Geller and Peter Blake. Suddenly the Hamptons transformed from a sedate, colonial-inspired idyll into a playground for architectural innovation. Architects and designers of the era, seemingly fueled by a potent mix of creative courage and rebellious spirit, broke free from the shackles of traditional forms. Instead, they embraced new materials, new forms, and fresh ideas to bring to life structures that weren't just buildings, but iconic statements of intent. Andrew Geller, the mastermind behind several whimsical and experimental beach houses, etched his name into the annals of Hampton's architecture. Notable contributions such as the Pearlroth House in West Hampton Beach and the Hunt House in Fire Island stand testament to his talent. Peter Blake, another revolutionary modernist architect, designed the playful yet profoundly impactful Pinwheel House in 1954. The Hamptons, with its burgeoning reputation as a hotbed of architectural modernism, drew in talent from across the globe. These architects built beach houses that were economical yet strikingly beautiful. Norman Jaffe, the so-called father of modern architecture in the Hamptons, stands out as a prime example. His vision led to the creation of more than 50 houses during the 1970s and 80s, weekend residences that were hailed as melodic, dreamlike, romantic journeys. The most iconic of the modernist houses in the Hamptons include the Gwathmey Residence and Studio in Amagansett, a masterpiece by Charles Gwathmey, and the mesmerizing Harry Bates House in East Hampton. These structures epitomized the transformative power of modernist architecture. Their design was a harmonious blend of functionality and visual appeal that still captures the imagination. From the late 20th to the early 21st century, a new architectural movement emerged in the Hamptons, and it was indeed a movement characterized by audacious displays of wealth and opulence. Yes, my friends, at this time we entered the era of the mega mansion. Suddenly the Hamptons transformed into a game of Monopoly for the super-rich, where opulent homes were as much a statement of power and wealth as they were living spaces. These architectural behemoths dramatically altered both the architectural and cultural landscapes of this historically serene haven. The rise of mega mansions in the Hamptons was driven by a seemingly insatiable appetite for luxury and status. Swimming pools, tennis courts, and private beach access were just the tip of the luxury iceberg. These expansive estates flaunted state-of-the-art technology and cutting-edge design, creating an almost intimidating aura of grandeur. The footprint of these mega mansions is unmistakable in the Hamptons' architectural panorama, with a boom in large-scale, high-end properties transforming the area's character. But it wasn't just about scale. These grand estates artfully married traditional Hamptons elegance with ultra-modern interiors and amenities, fashioning a unique architectural cocktail of old and new. For a glimpse into this world of staggering opulence, take a look at Le Dune. Priced at a jaw-dropping $150 million, this oceanfront estate in Southampton sprawls over 4 acres and boasts 2 homes, 2 swimming pools, and a sunken tennis court. Another fascinating case is a $27.5 million estate that incorporates a 19th century schoolhouse into its design. An intriguing blend of classic Hamptons elegance and cutting-edge modernity. It's an architectural masterpiece that sums up the extravagant ethos of this era. And thus, the Hamptons evolved once again. An architectural battleground where traditional values met modern desires and where the serene elegance of the past gave way to the unabashed grandeur of the present. Now, in an age of ever-growing environmental consciousness, A new architectural trend has emerged in the Hamptons, one that harmoniously marries sustainability with the region's traditional penchant for luxury. Today's architects and designers are cleverly incorporating eco-friendly practices with opulence, resulting in homes that embody luxury and environmental responsibility in equal measure. How are these architectural maestros achieving this balance? By ingeniously weaving energy-efficient features and sustainable materials into their opulent designs. For instance, many contemporary Hamptons homes are equipped with solar panels, geothermal heating and cooling systems, and high-performance insulation. It's about minimizing ecological footprints without compromising the high life. Designers aren't just stopping at energy-efficient technology, they're also going green in their choice of building materials. From using reclaimed and recycled materials to sourcing locally harvested wood, today's Hamptons homes exude a sense of eco-conscious luxury. Now let me give you a few examples of this architectural revolution. Consider the future-ready modern home in East Hampton, the result of a fruitful collaboration between Young Developments, Oza Sabbath Architects, and Modern Green Home. This is a net-zero home that beautifully merges cutting-edge technology with sustainable design elements. It's as if they've peered into a crystal ball and brought us a home from the future. Or take the Cocoon House, designed by Nina Edwards Anker. This architectural wonder boasts Passive House certified doors and windows, an energy recovery ventilation system, and photovoltaic panels on the garage that generate electricity. It's a prime example of how sustainable can be synonymous with luxurious. So, as we move forward, the Hamptons is once again leading the charge in architectural evolution, proving that luxury and sustainability are no longer at odds. A new green chapter is being written in the storied history of Hamptons architecture. Sustainability has officially become the new luxury. And now, we'd like to see you in the comments. Do you happen to live or summer in the Hamptons? And have you noticed these developments over the years? We're looking forward to your response, and once again, thanks for your viewership here at Old Money Mansions.